James Gunn revealed that Batman will officially mark his debut in the DCU in The Brave and the Bold, but this decision will affect another project. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. Seems that James Gunn knows what he's doing with the character of Batman and the debut of the iconic role in the DCU. Confirming the appearance of Batman in Gunn's DCU, the director may have made a mistake that could backfire pretty soon. Although James Gunn confirmed that Batman will be making his live-action appearance in an upcoming DCU movie, this decision will also have a devastating impact on Gunn's upcoming confirmed DCU flick, Clayface, because he needs Batman by his side. Seems that James Gunn knows what he's doing with the character of Batman and the debut of the iconic role in the DCU. Confirming the appearance of Batman in Gunn's DCU, the director may have made a mistake that could backfire pretty soon. Although James Gunn confirmed that Batman will be making his live-action appearance in an upcoming DCU movie, this decision will also have a devastating impact on Gunn's upcoming confirmed DCU flick, Clayface, because he needs Batman by his side. There have been no confirmed castings for the role of Bruce Wayne/Batman in James Gunn's DCU. However, what we do know is that the film will revolve around the father-son bond of Batman and Robin. As is often the case in these cinematic universes, it would be for the betterment of James Gunn if he could lightly introduce Batman in another DCU project before giving the character his own solo movie in later years. That's what the MCU did with several of their characters, and it seemed to work out well. However, the director was recently asked about Batman's appearance in the DCU and when exactly that would take place. A fan asked Gunn on Threads whether the plan for his version was the same as before or had it changed in light of recent events. This essentially means that Batman will be making his DCU debut in the upcoming movie The Brave and the Bold, and not before that in any cameo or minor roles. Well, that might happen to be a problem for another DCU project that is relying on the appearance of Batman to continue its storyline. Fans may remember a villain named Clayface who often appeared in the animated shows based on DC Comics. Well, this villain is both an ally of Batman and sometimes his enemy. Clayface has been confirmed to be a live-action movie about a shape-shifting creature who is haunting the alleys of Gotham City, alternating between being an ally and an enemy of Batman. Well, acclaimed horror director Mike Flanagan has been attached to the project alongside James Watkins as its director, and as reported on IMDb, the film will be a body horror movie. It seems that Clayface has been more focused on production and development compared to The Brave and the Bold. However, that's where the problem lies. Clayface needs Batman as a villain and an ally as much as Batman needs someone to punch in the night. Naturally, if Clayface were to be released in 2026, James Gunn needs to focus on The Brave and the Bold now and release the movie by the end of 2025 to let the audience take the time to adjust to their new Batman. On the other hand, Gunn could simply release Clayface without even a hint of Batman and let the character develop on its own, much like how Colin Farrell's Penguin did in The Penguin. Of course, the choice remains with Gunn since he is the DC Studios co-head after all. But whatever happens, what we do know is that the DCU is going to be amazing. Do you think Clayface would be a good addition to Gunn's DCU? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. The music in James Gunn movies has always been something to marvel at. The director recently revealed his process of picking music for his films. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. James Gunn's reputation as one of the best soundtrack curators in Hollywood is no accident. His films aren't just remembered for their characters and visuals, they're remembered for the songs. Whether it's Peter Quill vibing to Redbone or a perfectly timed Bowie track elevating a scene's emotion, Gunn's music choices feel surgically precise. But what fans may not realize is how much time, energy, and obsession go into curating those playlists. While most directors consider music in the post-production stage, Gunn builds soundtracks into his films from the earliest writing sessions. And now, he's finally revealed the surprising method behind how he keeps his music picks fresh and inspired. In a recent interview on Max's YouTube channel, James Gunn shared that he is a huge fan of music. "I'm pretty obsessive about music." He listens to a lot of music across genres, and there are tools that help him in the process. Gunn revealed that he regularly visits a site called Album of the Year, a platform that catalogs every new album release along with critical and fan reviews. While it's not a streaming service, it serves as his go-to resource to discover highly rated new music across genres. Once something catches his eye, he dives into listening sessions. Since it's impossible to listen to all the music that comes out, Gunn picks from his favorite genres and the highly rated work on the website he mentioned. He also often relies on the recommendations from his brothers, who are just as passionate about music. These exchanges allow Gunn to explore sounds beyond his comfort zone, which eventually influence his storytelling decisions. This obsessive method has been a part of his creative process since the beginning. During the making of the Chris Pratt star, Guardians of the Galaxy, he sifted through hundreds of lesser-known 70s songs, narrowing them down to a set that would form the heart of the film. The final selections were so tightly integrated that they were played live on set, helping actors and crew sync to the rhythm and tone. The result was a soundtrack that felt like an emotional backbone, not just background music. Despite being known for his impeccable playlists, Gunn is making a deliberate shift with the David Corenswet-starrer Superman. Unlike his previous films, this one leans heavily on a traditional score, composed by John Murphy and David Fleming. There are still a couple of songs woven into the film, but Gunn has said this is his first score-heavy project. He believes this approach helped him grow creatively, forcing him to find new ways to shape mood and narrative without relying on the emotional shorthand that needle drops often provide. Even with the score leading the way, Gunn hasn't forgotten the power of legacy. The composer has hinted at incorporating subtle nods to John Williams' original Superman theme, honoring the character's musical past without overdoing it. The trailer even featured a reworked version of the iconic fanfare, suggesting a respectful balance between old and new. What's also notable is what Superman avoids. Gunn reportedly made it clear that overused tracks like Don't Stop Me Now or Kryptonite won't appear in the movie. He's still curating with the same precision, just through a different musical lens. Going forward, Gunn has expressed interest in exploring more projects that lean into original scoring, signaling a potential evolution in his creative playbook. Whether through nostalgic bangers in Guardians or sweeping compositions in Superman, James Gunn's relationship with music is central to his storytelling. The Boys star Jensen Ackles reveals his only condition to reprise Batman role in James Gunn's DCU after previous stint as the DC hero. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. Jensen Ackles voiced the role of Batman in several DCAU projects, making him a fan-favorite pick for the Dark Knight role in James Gunn's new DCU. In a recent interview, Ackles opened up about whether he would be interested in taking up the cowl in live action and revealed what type of Batman he'd like to play. The supernatural star has already played a very hyper-masculine superhero in The Boys, but is currently headlining a new series for Amazon Prime Video. While promoting his latest series, Ackles reflected on the calls for him to portray Batman in Gunn's DCU, and here is what the actor had to say about the proposition. To promote the series, Ackles sat down for a conversation with Collider, where he was asked about being a popular fan casting for the DCU's Batman. Ackles admitted he would be ready to take the part if he received a call.